All right, we're here live. Well, I guess pre-recorded in Detroit. This is Wow That Itches from behind the camera, shouting Trife Life.
Trife Life.
Who we got here today?
Cody motherfucking Schmansons. No, Cody Manson, Charles Manson's illegitimate grandson. What's up?
Now tell us a little bit about yourself. For those of you who don't know who Cody Manson is, what's Cody Manson about?
They call me Cody Manson because I can suck my own dick.
How often?
You will.
Next question.
Next question. So one of the things that I talk about on my channel is really like the grind, right? Like getting in there, doing the shit, living it day in and day out. Because what everybody sees is the end of the glow up and not the grind that it took for you to get to the spot you're standing here today.
Right.
What does that mean for you? How did you get here?
Just really passionate in knowing that this is what I wanted to do my entire life, and then not knowing how to do it, but just trying to figure it out. And I'm still figuring it out. I haven't figured it all the way out. Just work. It sounds cliche, but just don't give up.
There's not a formula for this shit, is there?
No, there's not. The only thing that guarantees you not succeeding is by stopping.
And that's a wonderful point, because one of the things that I hear about, because we've met with a few other people throughout the country, and they all say the same thing, right? Don't give up. Did you have a point where you almost gave up?
Yeah, a couple times. What's really weird though is there's only been like 2 times where I seriously like told myself like, yo, I'm about to stop, and then God or the universe, whatever you believe in, put like some crazy situation in front of me that was like a smack in the face of why I should not stop.
When did you know that it was, how did you know to keep going forward, right? Because sometimes shit looks grim.
Well, it's a long story on this one, but I'm gonna make it short. So I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I was going through a really bad like relationship situation, and I was just stressed the fuck out. I was living couch to couch. I was probably like 20, maybe 21. I was, in my early 20s, and I told my homie, I'm like, you know, man, let's just give this shit up, man. Let's quit doing this shit. And then we were supposed to get a Greyhound back to Cleveland, and like for some reason the Greyhound just didn't show up that day. So they gave us our ticket for the next day, right? Get on the Greyhound, we had a layover in Toledo, and it was supposed to be clear skies, and out of nowhere a fucking blizzard hits, right? So it's like a shock blizzard. It just came out of nowhere. And there's me and my homie and one other guy in the fucking Greyhound station. Turns out this guy at the Greyhound was Paradise Gray from X-Clan. And if you guys are familiar with hip hop and the roots of hip hop, you know X-Clan is one of like the not just OGs, but some of the founders of hip hop. And Paradise Gray, I call him like the Yoda of hip hop. Like, this is the guy that took the Beastie Boys and introduced them to Rick Rubin. This is the guy that met Kid and Play and put them together and made Kid and Play. He's the guy who put KRS-One on his first show. LL Cool J used to sleep on his couch. And then here I am in fucking Toledo in the middle of a random blizzard, talk about quitting rap, and here I meet the Yoda of hip hop. Like, if that's not God sent, I don't know what the fuck is.
No, and that's a very moving story.
Yeah, because if you stop, like, you're gonna have like detours, you're gonna have roadblocks and all that, but it's like if you're driving to this beautiful destination, but it starts thunderstorming, you might have to pull the car over till the storm stops, but when it clears, if you don't keep driving, you're never gonna get there.
That's right. And sometimes those bumps feel big, but now that you're here, you're traveling around, you're performing shows, shooting videos. I think you said am I allowed to say that you were in the studio earlier today, or do I need to cut that part?
Yeah, he posted it.
Okay, cool. So that's one of those things where, you know, you keep moving, you keep grinding, but when you look back, do you still feel those speed bumps, those hiccups?
When I look back, do I still feel them? Yeah, it just depends on what speed bump it was. My personal life, definitely, but I'm not gonna get too much into that. But yeah, man, like, I openly talk about my sobriety. Tomorrow, I'm actually gonna be 9 months sober off everything. I don't even smoke weed or nothing no more.
Congratulations.
And I spent a lot of my, the past couple years, I've been on crazy tours and shit, doing like the quote unquote rock star thing. And I still experienced a lot of cool shit. I didn't necessarily burn bridges, but there's certain situations that were good for me, but I probably could have capitalized on a lot more had I not been worried about the party as much as the opportunity or just like the networking capacity. Like I might have met somebody and had a conversation that led somewhere, but I might have been able to be in a better headspace to have more of an important conversation with such person. You know what I mean?
No, and that's wonderful knowledge. What are some of the things that really drive you? What really keeps pushing you?
To be honest, like, as a father and shit, like, obviously I want to do great for my kids, but also, like, there's been times where it's like, you know, no matter how popular you are or some of the things you accomplish, it doesn't always equal like a significant amount of money. You know, like I've had my ups and downs financially with this shit. And there's been times where as a grown ass man and as a father, do I just go get a 9-to-5? You know, and then there's times where it's like, I don't need a fucking 9-to-5, some shit like that. And it seems every time, not every time, it's only happened a few times, I've actually like buckled down like, yo, I'm gonna try to get a job. I forget that I'm covered in fucking tattoos. I'm a convicted felon. I've been doing this for so long, like, I can't really do anything else. And if I stop now, I'm gonna be very limited on what I can do in society. So like, you know, it's like, I was explaining it like this. Imagine going to all through grade school, getting a degree, going to college, getting the bachelor's degree, and then getting the master's degree in some type of profession, but then not using the degree. It's like, I feel like I have a master's degree in independent music, and if I give up on this, it'd be a waste of time, and I'd probably end up fucking like just struggling, you know what I mean?
Now you touch on something big, right? Being an independent artist, and I think that's a challenge, right? Because there's right now, if you have a computer, you can drop a track, right?
Yeah.
But it's a challenge. What do you have to say for somebody who wants to take that step, right? Like, how did you decide to set yourself apart, you know, compared to some of the other rappers who may be in a similar genre?
Well, when I was coming up, like I can't say everybody, but majority of people, the dream is to get that fairy tale record deal and have the fairy tale life. And I've been in some situations when I was younger to where I was under a bad management deal, and at first it was cool, but it led to like my manager stealing basically the publishing to a song of mine and selling it to a major artist. And like I've been offered a lot of like 360 deals from like there was one point where we were in Chicago on a tour with a major artist, and at the after the VIP, we were just standing around during the VIP, and like I got tapped on my shoulder, and there was some dude in a suit handing me a business card. It was a major label. Got another tap, major label. I got like I don't even want to name the labels and name drop, but they were like the big ones, like not like such and such's label. I'm talking about like the main ones, right? And they're all different cards, different emails, different contact info. We hit every one of them up, and every one of them sent us the same exact contract, just with a different business on it. And it was the stereotypical 360 deal contract. And I started to realize, like, I even contemplated on signing that, because, like, would you rather be a one-hit wonder and broke and famous, or never be known at all and broke, you know? And then another situation where I say God doing things to take me out of situations. Right after that tour, I got indicted on an old-ass crime I committed like years before that I pretty much forgot that I even did. It was a burglary. I used to be in the streets a lot and shit. And I got sent to prison. And during that time in prison, I found out what my manager did with the song. And like at the time, I didn't understand it. But in hindsight, I feel like God removed me from all that shit that I was contemplating. And then that's when I came up with Trife Life when I was in prison. And I came home, I'm like, I'm just gonna push my brand and do the independent thing.
Now the independent stuff, that can get a little fun too. You know, I've seen I hate to drop this name and I'm very sorry, like Tom McDonald.
You don't be sorry. I get that comparison a lot.
No, I wouldn't compare you guys. You're not racist.
Oh.
But Tom, if you're watching, fuck you.
Just the imagery though. People be like, man, you took Tom McDonald. And to be honest with you, like, it's one of those things where it's like, when you find out about who someone is by being told you look like them, it automatically puts a thing in your head like, man, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I like blindly was hating on that guy just from being compared to him so much. But like, I don't know him, never met him.
Listen to his music. That's all it takes.
I feel it.
No,
I'm just being polite. Fuck Tom McDonald. He's a bitch.
Fuck Tom.
Anyway,
No.
Tom McDonald, you're a fucking bitch. Fuck Canada. Not Canadians, but you in Canada and Drake.
Yeah, I love Canada. Fuck Tom McDonald.
I love Canada.
Yeah, I mean,
Mercules, the go.
Yeah, I love Golden BSP.
I'm not really hip to him.
No, him and Easy Mac. I like his.
I've seen like, I know what he looks like and shit. I just never listened to his music. Never like.
Remember the comedian Bobcat Goldthwait?
No. But I know who Easy Mac is though too.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Shouts out to all the Canadian rappers except for Drake and Tom McDonald.
All right.
You do it.
Let's see. I'm trying. I had a good one, but then it just slipped because I was going to make fun of Drake. Because it's the end thing to do. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I want to cover. So we talked about Canada. We talked about that. Okay. All right. So I know you have a video shoot coming up, so I do want to be mindful of time. Any words of wisdom and advice for people who are creative, who want to chase their dreams?
Be original. It's okay to be influenced, but don't copy. And suck our dicks.
Only if you're pretty.
Only if your mouth is pretty. And like I told you at the beginning of this interview, I got a pretty mouth. I suck my own dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We don't film those kinds of videos, Cody.
I didn't have to get my ribs removed like Marilyn Manson. I'm just, you know, I'm blessed. Girthy and lengthy.
Girthy and lengthy. That's going to be the title of this interview.
Facts.
We're interviewing Cody Manson today outside of the Rensen. Thick and girthy.
Gang, gang.